Hello everybody, and welcome back to the archive, where we once again return with Final Fantasy XIV. This won't be a long stream, we're just finishing up Stormblood for the night. Also, before anybody asks, my camera is having some technical issues, apparently, as of like 20 minutes ago, which is why I'm a little late. Literally, it was working fine earlier today and last night, but for some ungodly reason, it's not working today. So I'm going to have to take the entire thing. Probably I'm going to need to do a restart and everything and redo settings and all of that shit. But I didn't want to play with it because I wanted to get on and finish Stormblood. We got very close last stream, and we're not going to play for very long. We're just going to get into it. It's going to be really weird looking over and not seeing my webcam. Oh, hold on. One thing I do need to change is my chat dock broke, and now it's fixed. So, let's do this. It's time. The battle for Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. Captain Alphino, may I ask you to be part of the first charge? 'Twould be our honor. I will join, but as another soldier. To command the command of the flames, I leave in your capable hands, Pippin. I don't suppose we could come along too. Lys, Arenvald. Nago and the others told me to go with you, to bring Xenos to account for everyone. I'm Alamigan too, in case anyone's forgotten. My place is in the thick of it, and it doesn't get thicker than where you'll be. Let us sally forth, then. Together we make for the royal palace, there to find and strike down Xenos. Oh, Lord. Alright, here we go. Finale time. Alamigo now is accessible. Alright, let's do this. And I actually do have a plan in case this queue takes a while, or actually relatively on, I don't want to say early, because it's not exactly early, but I figured while we were waiting, we could go do the seasonal event, which I assume starts in Gridania, as all seasonal events seem to. God, it's still weird looking over at OBS and not seeing my camera. Fucking, I don't know why it's not working. I mean, I got it to work, and then it froze and stopped working again. I think I might need to replace it. Which would suck, because I don't want to replace it. It served me well for a long time, but I suppose it might just be getting up in ears. Time for some tonal whiplash. Let's go have our Hatchings Day celebration while we wait for allies to find allies to liberate a fucking oppressed fucking country. Just your normal Tuesday things for the Warrior of Light, you know. Cute seasonal event into violent hostile takeover. Oop, not you. Oh god, it's gonna be egg puns, isn't it? I don't remember if I did the last year's Hatching Tide on stream or not. I don't think I did. I hope the season finds you an excellent fettle. For my part, it is an absolute pleasure to see you again. Well, I have your attention. Allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when the 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft unto the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. What the fuck are you wearing on your head? I mean, I've noticed the weird egg hat on you, but that's just... color-wise, it's just a bit gaudy, don't you think? Dochihili, or Chilhi, or however the fuck you pronounce it. It's a disaster. The tarp car toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unsafe, but I can't say the same about the eggs. Good heavens, I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we've already faced at least a minor delay at this point. If I could only assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. Perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand? How wonderful to see you again. Knowing what exemplary assistant you are gives me cause for hope. If you're happy to help, that is. Fucking egg pun. Yeah, if you stop with the egg puns for like 5 seconds. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Oh my god, we made it through the cutscene without getting interrupted by the That's a fucking really cool outfit. Hold shit. Fucking... Just reminds me yet again that Rhino remake's coming out. Oh, excitement. Alright, I'm in a town. I can't use that. I gotta walk. And occasionally teleport. I know we left Stormblood on a little bit of a cliffhanger last time, which is the reason why I wanted to get it finished up tonight. I apologize for missing Wednesday's stream, but I assumed, given it was a Wednesday, that it would be a relatively quiet day and that I wouldn't have any problem getting on after work. Turns out I am wrong, like always. Shouldn't have tested fate. You're not the quest I'm looking for. But, yes, I do have the oil you requested. I'll take the bronze piece. I fucking went to the wrong NPC, goddammit. Maybe I should actually pay attention to the fucking, thing. So we're going over to the Leatherworks. Also, yes, I did forget to do the rest of the ninja job quest to get that level 70 job ability. Totally my fault. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I don't think missing out on one ability is going to, like, kill our damage and make us, like, completely unreasonable to play with. But, you know, it's fine, I'm sure. You're the dreamer that was here before, ain't you? Ah, right old mess to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Oh. Is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends, surplus wares that might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. I don't know what surplus goods are going to do for us. I don't know how that's going to necessarily help, but might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eaten into me. I mean, I'd rather see them put to good use. Just trying to pawn off trash onto us. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He's certainly proved me right. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see. This leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down into a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there's plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, these won't be able to recreate the eggs Jilly saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols. The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Oh my god, my fucking ring is fucking massive. The shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that? Anyway, we should paint them. You're right! With some festive patterns on the outer canopy and a convincingly eggy structure, the parasols might just make for a worthy replacement. Parasols are a slight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. Just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisan should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush in order for a myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit to the Leather Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. I can't believe we're actually going to be making parasols in replacement to eggs. I mean, I guess push comes to shove, they're kind of egg-like. Not really, but I mean, what other choice do we have? Still haven't found anybody, so we'll just do this. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into personal canopies. The material is water-resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We're just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenter's Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up by the Black Rabbit's trader stall and on. Alright. Again, the juxtaposition of I'm doing fucking Hatching Tide celebration stuff in lieu of waiting to liberate all Amigo. You know, just normal shit. Where the fuck am I going? I'm going to the Woodworkers Guild, I think. Yep. Alright. Honestly, I forget the Carpenter's Guild is here. I've only been in this building the one time to pick up the job. I have timber for you. Can you cut them into, like, parasol handles, please? And you would have us undertake this task with how little time left until the hatching tide? Very well. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenter's Guild has met the matters in hand. Thanks. Surprisingly just, you know, on board with such a, like, last-minute shipment of parasol handles. I trust everything went well at the Carpenter's Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Geely once I finish, so you can go ahead and wait with her. Alright. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fare the eggs? Well, they're not really eggs. I mean, they're kind of egg-shaped. Substituting parasols for eggs. What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nanoda cooks up for the prototype. We must wait. Nanoda will surely be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. Okay, so it's more like rounded or oval than a traditional parasol shape. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nanoda outstrip us in hatching tide spirit. There must be more we can do. And show off the parasol, you know? We're gonna give them out, right? But of course, we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we even tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instinct to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. A very niche crowd, but I'm sure there's got to be a few egg-obsessed people here and there. Alright, this system again. Well, I'm gonna get interrupted like halfway through here because of this queue, but we'll get what little we can done. Where am I going with these? All over here? Alright. Man, this queue is taking a while. This stream might not be, like, as short as I expected it to be, purely because I'm assuming we have another queue for a boss fight after this. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol like unto your own. At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. What the fuck does that even mean? Dude's a fucking weirdo, man. Like, what the fuck? Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who is responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. I should have known that the guild artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to partake in their festivities. It's just, it's a very just weird umbrella, alright? It's not a huge deal. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years have I searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge. 'Tis a Hatching Tide miracle. Why is everybody so fucking weird about eggs? I expect those two will tell all and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Okay. Fucking... What a weird fucking event. Like, who cares this much about eggs? Like, don't get me wrong, eggs are tasty and all, but, like... what the fuck? People are a little obsessed, clearly. Where are we going? Oh, there we go. Or not. Oh, the market entrance. Duh. I completely misread that. I gotta get back. I gotta get back before this queue pops. What the fuck? Why is this queue taking 20 plus minutes? It's literally going to let me do this entire event, which I figured would cover me for, like, both queues that I probably will have to do. Oh. I'm fucking dumb. I'm blind and dumb, apparently. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. I legitimately have no idea what I'm gonna fucking do if this queue doesn't pop in the next 5 minutes. Like, what? Like, this... God, there it is. Finally. Took it long enough. Now I've got all of, like, 20 seconds more of this event to do during the second queue I'm gonna have to probably do. Oh... Alright, let's do this. All right. Come on. All right. First boss time. Alright, I need to remember to zoom out more. Alright, next Mudra cycle, I should be able to get off a trick. I forgot to do it. Alright, a little rusty. Loot, need, and pass. Nope. They're aggroed. Honestly, Doton probably wouldn't have been the worst thing to use there instead, but there's just so many fucking enemies, dude. I can't see the AoEs under the enemies. Oh god. Tank is dead. Tank is down. Damn. Tried. Didn't have swift gas. Damn. That's what scares me about tanking, and the reason why I'm really scared of next expansion now that I've decided officially to play Dark Knight. Like, tank it, man. It's scary. I don't know what to do. Nice. Aeolus Mal'Icena.
To share these findings. Initiate soul extraction. Success.
Holy shit, what the fuck, by the way? Fucker just ripped the souls right out of us. What the fuck? Pass and pass. I keep going a little bit too far ahead, which is my bad. All right. Come on. Let's do this. Let's see if I can gain a little bit more of my stack. Nice. Got full stacks. Nice. Alright, I won't be using any more resources for this, because I know the final boss of the dungeon is probably right through this next encounter. And I want to be full up on everything. The only thing I'm not going to be is my AoE damage increase, the vulnerability up. Hey, Xenos, buddy. What's up? Let's fucking do this shit.
Rend!
Yes.
Rend! Let this moment last forever.
This is going surprisingly well. Ow. Oof.
Show me your will. Yes, yes, just so.
Ooh, okay. Alright, we're doing this.
Have you the strength? The power to transcend.
Nice. Damn, that's all you got, Xenos? I was expecting a little bit more than that, other than a DPS check. Silent. Oh, because he fucked off. Victory's not over. With mission not complete, he fucked off. That's pretty funny. Okay. So, what's next? Pass and pass.
Yes! Yes! Such ferocity. Such tenacity.
You really just
I am
live for violence and
loath to
fighting.
recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt. It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular. To feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face.
Well, you've got me.
As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance.
Okay. All right. Everybody's just good with letting him run off? I mean, all right. I'm good with that. It would be fucking phenomenal to solo.
Confound it. Go after Xenos, my friend. We shall deal with this.
What could he have up his sleeve that makes him think that he can surpass me this time? Hi. What are you? You're big. You're massive. Holy fuck. How did nobody see that before?
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie. The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine.
So you've got a
Your
primal
fates
chained
are
up, huh?
entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire. How raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence.
Yeah, definitely sounds like Gilbert. Fucking asshole, that guy.
Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan hound to drive this icon into my arms.
I resent that, although it does make things more interesting, I will admit.
I said too much. Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me. A question, then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
Probably kick its ass. Kill it.
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon Slayer. Such certainty is to be expected. A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your ability.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the Resonant. And there's so much more. All icons must be exterminated without exception. Such was the Imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade.
Okay.
Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear. Fear of the icons. Fear of their power. Cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic.
I mean, fear is a good driving
Man should
force.
fight.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. That's quite the look.
To eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake.
You're kind of a psycho. But, you know, I must give you props, because you are loving every second of being purely psychotic.
We who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn. I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friends and confidants. If you will accept me.
It's actually giving me a choice? I mean, look, as much as that does sound fun, I think it's a lot more entertaining, and to get to stoop down to your level a little bit, I think it's a lot more entertaining if we're enemies. Like, we both grow stronger, we both fight and kill.
And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end.
I'll admit our little duels have been fun. I've gotten enjoyment out of them.
Balance. When the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. I live for them too. This is who we are, my friend. This is all we are. Alamigo and Doma and Garlemald be damned!
Oh shit. Oh, fuck. I mean, it'll be fine, though.
We tower above the gods. You by your gift, I by my might. And before the Resonant, the gods shall be made to yield.
Cool. What the fuck is happening?
An ending to mark a new beginning.
Oh, fuck. You merged with the thing? probably not great. The Royal Menagerie, now accessible. Alright, let's do this shit. I need to deselect All Amigo first. And now we can go back here. Why can't I complete this quest? Why does it say I'm locked out of that? I'm just gonna assume that's like a visual error and that there's nothing stopping me from going to do that right now. God, as much as I will admit, he is a fucking psychopath. You know, I don't want to say I get where he's coming from, but I have to admit the guy knows what he likes, and what he likes is violence. So can't really fault him for. Well, no, you could definitely fault him. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, just beat Xenos Fun Gaius, or whatever the fuck his name was, and now I'm here collecting eggs. And while we're waiting to go fight him in primal form, I forget what the primal's name is. Yeah, I've got nothing more important to do than this. Isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Wow, you managed to get them assembled fucking fast. Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. Hooray, we did it, Jilly. Jilly, or however the fuck you pronounce your fucking name. We certainly did. Shall we here officially declare this hatching tide a success? Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. My Santa! I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out the stock of to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible! To think that the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Wait, Jilly, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nonoda told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nonoda? Couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. But that reminds me, I have something for you. One of the fucking umbrellas. That's the very second parasol I ever made. After Chili's, of course. I thought it'd be fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. Problem Paris solved. And now we have to wait until this queue pops. So, damn, I don't know what to do. Because I don't have time to do, like, every single job quest that's in between now and when I get the last ability. And I guess I could swap over to Dark Knight and start the Dark Knight quests. But I figured we'd leave that till next session. I don't know. I'm fucking, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let's see. What to do. I guess we could go to Foundation and start the Dark Knight quests. The queue's not going to end just because I changed classes. I just got to remember to change back before the queue pops. I think. Yeah. I've done a little bit of... I'm level 33 because I've done a little bit of Dark Knight questing in... well, not questing, but I've done a little bit of Dark Knight in Palace of the Dead. I don't know. Is this... I don't think I have enough time for this, so we're not going to do that. As much as it could work, I don't want to get, like, halfway through a cutscene and then, like, be stuck with it for the remainder of, and get, like, halfway through a cutscene and then go fight, Shinryu, that's the name of the boss. Only to have a bunch of cutscenes and then immediately shut the stream off without, not completing it. So instead of even starting it, we'll just travel back here. We'll wait the normal time. None of my gear needs mending, right? And I don't have anything better? Nope. Well, I guess there are map areas to discover. This is a whole section of map up here I haven't even touched. Alright, that covers a big chunk. Go this way and through here. The one advantage to, this being a trial is I have to worry I can worry a little bit less about my personal performance. Not that I'm going to, play poorly on purpose or anything. It's just, sometimes when I'm with it, especially in these newer dungeons with a job, I'm less experienced in. Not that I would say I'm necessarily an unexperienced ninja, but I'm also not that great at ninja. I get a little worried about my performance and actually keeping up with the other DPS. But with 8 people and 4 DPSs, little bit less of a concern. Assuming, I don't die every 15 seconds and fuck myself over that way. There's just a little bit of sliver of map up here. Alright, let's do this. It's time to finish this. I said it's time to finish this. come on, second tank. You know you want to hit the ready up button, man. You queued. Thank you. Oh, come on. That was just unnecessary. Oh. That didn't exactly work how I expected it to. That went. You know, at least I wasn't the only one who died, alright? We take those. We take it. Okay, I understand the mechanic. I have a vulnerability stack. That's scary. Yep, ow. That vulnerability stack really hurt. Doesn't help that I'm just a frail boy. Oh, fuck. I forgot how these fucking work. Holy shit. Come on. That's not what I wanted. Oh my god. That was scary. I almost fell into that. Whew. I'm focusing really fucking hard. Oh, there I go. Fuck. It's fine though, we made it. We got through. That's the important part. It only took 2 tries. It's fine. We're fine. Sorry, Xenos, but we're just better. Also, where the fuck are we? Whew. I really thought we were going to wipe again when the diamond dust came out, but we made it. Woo! Enjoy your fall.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know about him, though. He fell, like, a huge distance. I don't even know where we were that he fell so far, but he fell from quite the high up place.
hunter has indeed become the hunted.
That's damn right you have been.
And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it.
The answer to that question is clearly yes.
Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear. So vivid. So real. So real.
Coward!
Stop!
I don't think he had any... There's no way.
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
What the fuck? Well, won't have to worry about him. Oh, again. Nice of you to join us.
Where is he?
He's dead. By his own
dead?
hand.
By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
Well,
We
it's
won.
over now.
Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
You're right.
Yeah, thank God. Worried she'd complain more.
Thank you. Without you... well, you know. So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
God, gang's all here, huh? Well, we shouldn't need to worry about too many counterattacks now that Xenos is gone. Hell, our victory is probably sending Garlemald reeling.
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free.
It was swapped over to a dub. I should have known when we saw the full motion video that this was going to be credits.
But what is freedom, really? We may be free to live, to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us.
You know, that can't be healthy to breathe in. The burning metal
Even
and
Xenos
the
was like a
magitech.
baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Alamigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't.
There's some weird texture work going on with those stairs.
Because I remember the price of freedom.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Like, the price
I
of freedom,
remember the
and then you've got two
and
bodies.
the ashes,
Like,
and the
sure,
blood.
like, tragic.
I remember
But
the
only... My new headcanon is only 2 people died in that entire assault on our side.
I'll
Oh.
do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you. This is the end. the end of the imperial province of Alamigo and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Actual credits now? We got some real credits? Maybe? Or are we just playing black music? Are we just playing music on a black screen? As much as I'd love to sit through an entire thing of credits, I will pass. Because this was going to be a relatively short stream one way or the other. Hey, Astinian, my boy, how's it going?
Well. What a fine mess we've made. All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether. Still, better safe than sorry.
Probably a smart idea. Finally, got rid of those fucking eyes for good. Took it fucking long enough.
There ends your hateful legacy.
Alright, now who are we looking at? Emperor of Garlemald, maybe? Hello? Hello, big boss? Oh, yeah, yep. It's over. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. What nonsense. Oh, Elidibus, it's been a while. What, post A Realm Reborn? Have we seen you at all through the last two expansions? Do not mourn his loss. You surprised me, Your Radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Nor are stars made to sustain false gods who sup on their very essence. Icons summoned by desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black-robed brethren, I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same. Preservation. Restoration. Compression. Resurrection. All is in service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be a place for us mere mortals? Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will, Your Radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. What are we gonna see? How dare you? What's under the... You're not gonna show us, huh? Alright, I should have expected that, honestly. The last thing I should have expected was for an answer to that question. We did it. We liberated All Amigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride and hope, too. We did it, Father. Ida, Papalimo, Conrad, Mefrid, Minfilia. We really did it. Hey, I don't feel like you have to stand here listening to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you. You beat him, after all. You're the real hero of the story. So run along and take your plaudits. For you to best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There is some small regret, perhaps, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant. The man who killed my father and countless other of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. Should also praise Master Elfino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never had had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and his Lupin brothers. 'Twas a timely intervention, full glad I am not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Ha! Indeed, my friend, indeed. After all we have been through, I really should know better than to worry. But, as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie nigh reduced me to tears. The warrior of light victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the warrior of light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You're a natural-born leader of men. All these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through its end, but history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Sorry, got a little bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know. We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing. That it's finally over and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. Alright, Raban, I think it's about damn time you promote me again. Honestly, I know I'm already a captain and there's not higher of a rank you could probably give me, but I probably deserve it. The hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With their commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there is no clear consensus on what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father. Momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye. If we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Captain, for helping to make this dream a reality. Finished your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come back with me back to Ralger's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the Scions together. I'll explain later. I don't even know where to begin. Yep.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment.
Yeah, moments are hard to come by, but I suppose I could spare one.
Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're scions. Now, I'm obviously a scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Yeah, makes sense.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Damn, alright. No need to get so hostile.
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest.
I genuinely couldn't tell.
But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Oh, come on, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, God. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Figured there would be several ending cutscenes. Gosetsu?
Come back here, you slippery little devil. To think fishing could be so difficult. What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fire it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet.
Clearly.
Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
She's alive too? And you let her live? Well, I guess there's really not much harm she can do in the middle of a fucking island in the middle of fucking nowhere. Holy fuck. How the fuck did you get there? Sure, you were swept upstream, probably, but how the fuck did you make it into the middle of an ocean on a deserted island? Oh god, what's here? What is it now? Oh, Sid and his crew. Oh, setting up for the next set of Alliance raids, perhaps? This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. Oh wait, hold on, it's been a while for said. And since there's undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon, yeah, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? Oh my god, they have a fucking Jesse counterpart now? And now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is this before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine, but the moment I judge this little venture as an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it. Savvy? And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. You didn't. Hi, Nero. What's up? At least I'm assuming you're Nero. I don't know who else you'd be. Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It will be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no, absolutely not. That is not happening. Fucking nice shades, dude. Nero told Skava, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. Oh, I'm sure this could only end well. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? The measure of his reach. Alright, well, that is officially the end of Stormblood's main story quest. Which means we have post-Stormblood main story quest to get to, and an Alliance raid, and a raid series, and probably a lot, and I've got 2 expansions worth of Hildebrand adventures to do, and I've got to level up Dark Knight up to level 70, and do all of the job quests in the interim. We're gonna be here a while. But regardless, thanks everybody so much for watching, if you still are. I'll be back, I believe, according to my schedule next week. It's another fucking very long week for me. So I will try to get on Monday, where we will be doing some more Final Fantasy XVI. And depending on if I have time during the remainder of the week, I don't know if I'll be able to get to this, continue Final Fantasy XIV next week. I'm doing closing shifts on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, fucking 9-hour shifts, and they are, don't exactly have a lot of energy after those, because those are some of the busiest days of the week, so. But Monday for certain. Look forward to the Bloodlord Session 16 that's coming out on YouTube tomorrow. Nobody died, you know, so that's a plus. But regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so is to hit the button on your respective platforms, whether that be the follow button on Twitch, the subscribe and the bell on YouTube, and of course there's always the Discord, so you can get notified for my weekly schedules and when we go live. I'm getting a little better, being a little better at actually following my schedules. Granted, work's gonna be a bitch for a couple weeks, so my streams are gonna be a little lacking for a couple weeks, but everything should be fixed around end of April, hopefully. I know I've said this literally all of the last couple months, but I'm hoping this time will actually be for sure. Fingers crossed, hopefully. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed and have a good night. See you, hopefully, next time. Bye-bye.